Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Middle Management Gamer, and this is worth collecting. Worth collecting. Worth collecting? Absolutely. Worth collecting. Worth collecting. Worth collecting. Worth collecting. Worth collecting? Yes, it is. Today's episode, A Tale of Soul and Sword. If you know what I'm talking about, you know I'm talking about Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast. What do you think about that, Brownie? Yeah, you want to chew on it? Yeah, you like that? So, Soul Calibur, this one right here, goes for about 19 bucks loose, about $28.95 complete in box. Mine is complete in box, books in there, got the disc is obviously in the player. Box is in good shape. One of the highest rated games of all time on Metacritic with a score of 98. And just an all-around great fighting game. So if you wanted to play this, you had to have a Dreamcast. Years later, they ported it to the downloadable arcade in Xbox 360, and you could play it on the Xbox One as well. So, I am a huge Soul Edge, Soul Calibur, Soul Blade fan. Soul Edge was the original title. Soul Calibur is the sequel to Soul Edge, which was re-released in America as Soul Blade. They had to change the name due to copyright infringement. So when they did a sequel, they just called it Soul Calibur and left it that way. So Soul Calibur 1 is actually Soul Blade 2. So it gets kind of confusing. Anyway, super fun game to play. You know how this works. I'm going to play the game for about an hour, tell you what I think of it. Normally, when I do these, it's a game I've never played or I haven't played in a really long time. This is actually one of my favorite games. I played this quite a bit. It is, however, the last of my Dreamcast games to review. I do not have a lot of games in this system. So, Santa Claus, if you're watching, maybe a gift certificate to my favorite retro store? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a go. Brian, what do you think? You want to try to chew my cord? Starting off, there's a lot of stuff here. Now, like I said, I played it recently. I only got this copy in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I played it when I got it home, make sure it works. I checked it for disc rot, as we talked about in the Blue Stinger video, and this one is clean. So basically the way you unlock stuff in this game is you play through the arcade, and as you play through with different characters, you unlock more stuff. So we have the arcade, mission battle mode, options, practice, museum to look at some of the stuff we've unlocked, survival where you just keep fighting CPU for as long as you can. I think you get a little bit of life back. Time attack, team battle where you can put together a team. It's not tag, it's just like, I think, one person dies and then you move on to the next person. So, we're just going to play some arcade to start off. We'll go back and look at some of the others. There's a good selection of characters on this game. You got Click, and I have no idea how to pronounce that. Swanghua? Shenghua? I don't know. My pronunciation's garbage. Forgive me. Maxi, Nightmare, Taki, Astaroth. We have Voldo, Ivy, Sophia, and Mitsurugi. I have beat the game already with Nightmare, so we're going to try to unlock something else. We're going to play with Mitsurugi. Alright, we'll pause here. Look at our command lists. So all the characters have, basically it's an ABK block system. You have the A, which I believe is overhand, the B, which is side to side, horizontal, so it's vertical, horizontal. Then you got kick, while running, different throws you can do, and special moves. And it'll actually tell you, like, is it a mid attack, is it special attack, standing, low, so that they know where where you're hitting when you're attacking. So a lot of different moves, basically just different combinations of buttons done at the same time, directions. Not a lot of Hadoken moves like from Street Fighter where you do circle, half circles and whatnot, but there are a few. Oh, man, dude. So it's a best out of 3 match. Knocking somebody out of the ring counts as a victory. And you just play through the 7 other fighters, I think. You don't fight yourself. And then you fight the enemy at the end. I don't know if they're called the Edge Master or what. Normally, they have like some sort of charge move they can do. Normally that is done with like a fireball motion. Sofitia. Throw moves. Woo. So pretty quick game. I have the difficulty set on normal. Obviously different fighters have different weapons, and they'll be more useful against other characters. Like Maxi just does tons of damage to Siegfried if he can get inside, or if he gets inside he does a lot of damage. But so do I. Cervantes was the main villain of the first game. After you beat him, the Soul Edge takes over his body and you have to fight a souped up version of him. I like playing with him in the arcade with 2 swords. Wow, he just beasted me. Oh crap. Oh yeah, KO and a ring out. Uh-oh. Inferno. Inferno uses 2 or 3 different move sets. Looks like he's starting off with the Soul Blade, so he's fighting with Nightmare's moves, or then the second round he's going to be fighting with maybe Maxi's moves. We'll find out. No, Sopatia. That's the end of you, Buckaroo Bob. So theoretically, I just beat arcade mode. Brownie likes arcade mode, don't you? It says farewell at the bottom. And then you get a little thing, you find out, you know, what happens after the game. After you beat the first game with Mitsurugi, you had to do this little like side game where you had to run up and kill a guy who was using a rifle. The whole point is he was trying to prove that his sword play was still better than guns. Congratulations, you are a true hero and your legend will never die. Took me 4 minutes and 13 seconds to clear the arcade.
The legend will never die.
Let's see how that looks.
A new soul arrives.
Hwang Sung Kyung. The arcade first. So see, I've unlocked Hwang now. There's a couple of other characters you can unlock. I don't know if it gives you two full bars at the top, but there's quite a few more. Like I said, I know for a fact there's Lizard Man, there is Siegfried, and there's a couple of other guys. But so this is the new character we just unlocked, and like I said, there's a lot of different unlockables, different levels. I think you have to beat the game like 20 or 30 times through with a different character each time. Sorry, there's not that many characters. I think you have to beat the game through like 20 times with a different character each time. That includes using the characters that you've unlocked to unlock everything that the game has to offer. He's a fun guy to play with. His sword technique is pretty cool. Anyway, have a look at some of this other stuff. Alright, we got mission battle. We're going to use Nightmare for this. Alright, read the mission description to start the battle. Guard against the Elder's attack. Survive until the time limit. So we're not supposed to attack, we're just supposed to guard. Eventually you can unlock the Edgemaster. I think he uses, every time you select him, it's a different weapon. I'm not 100% sure. All you gotta do is block until time runs out. What you do with the points? I don't know. I gotta run a circle around it. Alright, just gotta circle around the guy. And again, team battle, pretty self-explanatory. Pick 4 players, or up to 8 players on each team. Me and my friends used to play after long nights of working on the girl line. We'd come back to my apartment and we'd play this, and I would they would take different bets playing against me. I'm not saying I was awesome at the game, but I was probably the best out of our group, and I would get one player to take on their 4, and normally I'd come out on top, but not every time. Not boasting, it was just, you know, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and it made me learn different techniques on how to take out different characters, and it made me a better player, so really enjoyed that. What else we got in the museum? We got art gallery. Alright, so I have 120 points. I can buy different things. And sometimes buying them opens a new stage, or I don't know if you can unlock new characters. Yep, just unlock 2 new stages. So you go through mission mode, you unlock points to buy stuff in here. So there's that. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll set the CPU to fight. And I'll tell you what I think about the game. $20 loose and $29 currently running on complete in box. If you have a new version of it, it's going for about $170. So there's that. Worth collecting? I'd definitely say so. So basically, I am a fan of the Soul Calibur series. I've been playing them for years. I played Soul Edge and Soul Blade in the arcade when they came out. So when Soul Calibur came around, it was a really good sequel. It took everything the first game had and pretty much just made it better. I think over the years, the Soul Calibur games have gotten kind of diluted with tricks and guest characters. I think at one point you could play with Darth Vader and you could play with Geralt from The Witcher. So, you know, that's kind of fun and everything, but I think it lost some of its, you know, what made it a fun fighting game. They've added too much stuff to it, too many tricks. So to get back to like the grassroots and play this old game on a Dreamcast, the system that it was first ported to, so apparently it made improvements over the arcade. Just a great game to play, and you can have your friends come in, you can play together. There's all sorts of different characters. There's somebody for everybody, a different play style for every type of person. Speed, strength, you know, just brute strength, reach. I mean, Ivy. If you're, you know, into fan service, there's jiggle physics, you know, but you know, if that's your thing. It's a fun game to play. I think it's definitely worth it. If you came upon a copy or, you know, complete in box for $25, $26, maybe you might not necessarily want to pay the $30, but that's not that much. I wouldn't shell out for a sealed copy. I'm not that much of a collector. I'm more of a player. So if you're down to play the game, totally worth collecting. If you're down to have it set on the shelf, I don't see So worth 30 bucks, not worth 180 bucks. Good game all around. Definitely give it a go. Definitely worth collecting. Give this one a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully I'll have some more Dreamcast content to share with you soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Adieu.